special Cavan County Matters. We have a feast of food, drink and treats for you today, all coming from the 2015 Taste of Cavan. Here's what's coming up on the programme.
I chat to Belturbet-based Muffin Man. John's here with a fabulous selection of muffins to suit every taste bud. Next I go to the craft beer section. I catch up with one or two of the brewers. Well, it's not just food here today. Ronan Ward has come with his new business, Wordbird, and a selection of fabulous gifts. I chat to a family who've made foraging into a business. We catch up with Derval from Dublin, who is mad about marshmallows. After the break, I try some fabulous homemade ice cream. I chat to Sarah Beth from County Donegal, who is a wonderful chocolatier. And we catch up with Stuart Clark of Cavan Equestrian Centre, where the Taste of Cavan is taking place.
Well, John, you're back at the Taste of Cavan. You were here last year.
I was. This is my third year, I think, doing it now. It's a fabulous event, really well organised, well run. First time in the Equestrian Centre. I like it. Seems to be working. Lots of people, very busy.
Yeah.
It's going well.
John, look, we didn't get chatting to you last year, but we've seen your muffins and we tried them. They were superb. I'm looking at some of them here. We have Toblerones on top, we have Munchies on top, we have...
Yeah, well, we have the Toblerone, as I call it. We have Oreo Amazing, Munchie Mayhem. This is just lemon, the Rocky Road. We have Malteser Madness. We have the Black Cherry Red Velvet, which is very popular. And then also we believe in supporting Cavan, so we have the Cool Swan Irish Cream Liqueur Muffin. So
brilliant, so that's using the Cool Swan liqueur, as you say, which is made here in Cavan as well.
So trying to support everybody.
Absolutely. You know. I mean, events like this are great, I'm sure, just getting out, getting your name out there and networking with other producers.
It is. We get an awful lot of business from these events. We have an awful lot of companies asking us will we supply them and stuff like that. And it's not just about selling on the day, it's actually about getting those contacts there and getting more business, you know, because we've just now expanded. We're now in Blackrock Shopping Centre in Dublin as well, and our plan is to have these carts in most shopping centres that we can get into, you know.
I mean, there's something lovely about having a cart like this, John, being set up, it's authentic looking, it's sweet and it's home, it's homely.
Yeah, that's what it is, and everything here is handmade. It's all done by me and my family, and we're actually churning out now 40,000-50,000 muffins, and that's just doing weekends from May onwards.
Well, listen, you're obviously not eating too many, or else you're working very hard.
I'm working very hard.
Best of luck to yourself, John, and to Mr. Muffin Man.
Thank you very much.
Well, tell us, who is Scott's Irish Cider?
Well, we're a local company. We set up there about a year ago. This is our second year in production, and we're distributing all over Ireland at the moment in the Republic of Ireland, and we focus on making a cider that is not blended back with apple juice, that you're getting the true cider characteristics coming through. You're getting the nice tannins and obviously lots of cider apples in it, so you get a nice bit of bite and a bit of sweetness. So.
Do you like the cider yourself?
Yes, of course. Like, you know what I mean. I like all the ciders we have, but it's all about doing it. I think it's what your preference is in your palate. If you like something sweeter, or you like something with a bit more bite. You know what I mean?
Is an event like this today good? It's good fun. I mean, there's a great buzz around.
It's a great event, like, you know, you get to meet a lot of local people, and it's a good event because it's a nice mix between food and drink, which is very important for the craft industry. I think, you know, it's matching with food, you know, really helps people to understand like what the dynamics of craft products, you know.
Well, Mark, who's the Highland Brewing Company?
Myself, Mark, and my brother Terry. We started out a couple of years ago with this crack, so it's just a family-run business now at the minute.
Where are you from?
We're from Lacken, beside Ballinyack, County Cavan.
So you're local?
Local, yeah. So we're actually brewing our stuff in a co-op brewery up in Dublin at the minute, so that's what we're doing. So.
Well, you're here at the Taste of Cavan. It's great. I mean, I didn't even know you existed, so it's great to meet.
This is the launch.
This is the launch of it. Wow. So this is the launch, Mark?
Yeah, this is the first item on it now.
Brilliant. Well, I'm going to try some beer here. What have you got? What's this one here?
It's a limited edition summer ale. It's a darker ale. It's a bit hoppier than the other one.
So
probably get some grapefruit.
We give this one a go. Hold on a second. Oh yeah, there's a darkness to that. That's nice.
A good darkness.
There is. I like Guinness, so that'll be one I'd enjoy. This one here now.
This one over here is a bit lighter. There's a bit of wheat in it, and I suppose it's a bit lighter lighter in volume as well.
It's a blonde. It's almost like a blonde.
Yeah.
Well, I'll give this one a go. Shouldn't be drinking on the job.
Oh, by the time you get to the end of the stall, it should be alright.
Let's give this one a go. Oh yeah, that's lovely as well.
Caramel kind of tone to it too. So.
There is a caramelly, kind of sweet, almost a little sweetness to it. But look, best of luck to the Highland Brewing Company, and Mark, to yourself and all the family.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll see you again.
Thanks very much.
Well, it's not just food stalls that are here today. We also have some other quirky ideas. Cavan man, Ronan Ward. Well, I suppose Carrigallen Cavan.
Well, Carrigallen, but look, I'm living in Cavan so long, dare I say you could call me Cavan man? Possibly.
Listen, who is wordbird.ie?
Okay, wordbird.ie is an idea I had there at the start of the year. Online store. I'm a graphic designer by profession and decided through my wife encouraged me to do some digital art and to sell it online. So I started off with a few simple pieces like a good old Cavan Cola.
Well, Cavan Cola is one that we all talk about. We're all waiting for it to come back at some stage.
Absolutely.
The iconic Cavan Cola.
Absolutely. So that's where one of the first designs I started with, and from that it snowballed in different ideas. And now at the moment we have over 300 separate designs on the store.
Wow. I'm looking at what you have here. Look at another one, I suppose, very topical for today. Cavan man, Cavan chef, Nevin Maguire there, looking beautifully colourful. And these are great. Conor McGregor there, and your beautiful wife, of course, the lady who inspired it all there,
Orla.
Yeah. And these are fabulous. How are people responding?
I mean, excellent. I mean, as I say, we're only online since January. We've sold a number online, but it's the first trade fair as such we've gone to. So today, what are we in? We're a couple of hours in, maybe 4 or 5, and the response has been great. So
brilliant.
Very positive.
I'm looking at these here. Keep calm and love Cavan Gales. Of course, Cavan Gales, the football team here in the town. Keep calm and love Ballina. Another, just an area.
You must.
That's what I mean. The lovely thing about it is people want these sort of mementos for their area. People, I'd say, are enjoying this.
Well, this is it. What I found, especially online sales and here today, is everybody's from somewhere. That's what they relate to, their town, their village. So even overseas, I've sold a good few of, say, the potato prints to people in Canada and everywhere else. And today what I'm finding is the GA ones here in front of you are the ones that are selling best, because again, it's a touch to home.
Brilliant. Well, listen, best luck to yourself and Orla. Your wordbird.ie. Orla has a beautiful business as well, Homebird, but she's not here today, so we'll get her at another stage.
Thanks, Karina. Thanks very much. Enjoy your day.
Sharon, tell us, who are the wild Irish foragers and preservers?
Well, we're a foraging family from near Bourne, County Offaly, and we have a small family farm, we're 5th generation, and we pick all wildflowers, fruits and berries on the farm, and then we try to find old Irish recipes and we bring them back. So we make syrups, shrubs, fruit cheeses, a lot of unusual products that you don't see around Ireland anymore.
And look, everyone wouldn't know, but I see on a great board that you have there about rosehip. Rosehip, hugely high in vitamin C. People don't even know this.
Well, when I was reared on rosehip syrup, and we're doing this, we're in business about 2 years, or just over 2 years. But how I fell into this business, we didn't set out to do this. It was about maybe 7, 8 years ago. Doing all the thing that mums do, out picking blackberries with her 8-year-old daughter. She looks up in the hedge and she says, "What's that?" And she didn't know what a rosehip was. And I presume my child knew because I knew growing up. And I realised this is something I wasn't passing on. But she was the youngest, so there were 4 before her that obviously didn't know either. So we started making the rosehip syrup. Then I got nosy and I started finding out about elderberry syrup, and further on and further on.
I mean, the nice thing about Ireland is you're never done finding new plants that have new medicinal purposes, or just, as you say, elderberry or elder cordial that you can make from these things. It's very simple to know, but when you know how.
Yeah, but the thing about it too is to be careful nowadays. Like, we forage everything on the farm. We don't spray any chemicals. We manage it the traditional way. I dread to see people out forage on the roadside because you could do that 50 years ago.
Yes, not with the volume of cars that we have.
No,
in that.
and you don't know, and you have to be very careful where you forage. You have to know. I mean, you could go to an area, say, today, and pick something and all looks fine. But somebody could have been there spraying it yesterday. It just hasn't gone yet.
I always think in the park when you're walking around and you see the dogs lifting up the leg at the side of it. Don't pick somewhere in a park.
No, you only ever forage above your head.
Tell us something. People, I'm sure, are really interested in this kind of thing. Do you run classes, or how can people get in contact with you if they'd like to find out more about what you're doing?
We have a website that's almost ready to go live. It's the Wild Irish, www.thewildirishforagers.ie. We have a Facebook page, the Wild Irish Foragers and Preservers. We don't do courses yet, but that's in the pipeline. But if anybody wants any help or information on foraging, feel free to contact us.
Derval, where have you come from today, and tell us about your business?
So I've come down in last night and set up everything. So my company is Delish Malish, and I do gourmet marshmallows and meringues. So all different flavours. Some of the ones that I have here today are peanut butter and dark chocolate, beetroot and lime, lemon curd, passion fruit and coconut. And in the meringues, we've got rose and pistachio, chocolate and orange. So loads of different flavours of marshmallows and meringues. I do them at markets and big events like this. So yes, I also do wedding favours, corporate events, and I can tailor make certain flavours and colours of marshmallows depending on the client's wants and needs.
Derval, I have to say, you know, I've often tried to make different things. I've never tried marshmallows, but meringues are always the one that people hate doing because it's the one that always turns out badly.
It's your meringue mix. You're going to make sure that there's enough balance of the egg white to the sugar and then your temperature. Yeah, they're the more finicky kind of ones, I suppose.
But you obviously have it mastered at this stage.
Got it mastered. It took quite a few, trial runs and samples, trying different flavours and everything like that. But we're getting there.
Well, Derval, welcome to Cavan today. Hope it goes well for you. I can't wait to try one of these beetroot and lime. That's an unusual one.
Absolutely. Try away.
Well, it's time to take a short break, but don't go anywhere because we have lots more gastronomical goodness and culinary craziness right here at the Taste of Cavan.
I get lucky as I try some fabulous homemade ice cream. A wonderful chocolatier has travelled the whole way from County Donegal. We chat to Sarah Beth. The host of this year's Taste of Cavan is Cavan Equestrian Centre. I chat to Stuart Clark about this family-run business.
Well, welcome back to Cavan County Matters. We're coming from this year's Taste of Cavan, bigger and better than ever, right here in the Equestrian Centre. Joining me now is a woman who's got some lovely desserts. How are you doing?
Hello there, how are you?
Good. Tell us about your business. Who are you?
I am Nuala Gilsonan. I am married to a dairy farmer, and we make homemade ice cream, just as a very small business attached to the farm.
So basically you have all of this beautiful milk floating around you and you said, what can I do with this?
Exactly, that's exactly it. And I went through cheese and yogurt, and then I decided ice cream was the most exciting, and it is exciting, and I absolutely love doing it. And we do 10 flavours.
Yeah, I was just going to say, let's talk about some of the flavours that we have here.
Yeah.
Okay, I can see honeycomb there. Honeycomb is always a favourite.
A very big seller. And I like to make it and keep it for 4 to 5 weeks before I sell it.
Why is that?
Because the honeycomb, it goes right in through the whole ice cream, and it really feels luscious, and
it almost breaks down. The honeycomb breaks down and you get that nice drizzle in it almost. Yes,
absolutely.
A woman after my own heart. Let's talk about the mint. Mint ice cream.
The second most popular flavour to the honeycomb. Really popular, especially in hot weather.
Yes.
They really like it in hot weather.
And it's nice and warm in here today. So
and it is, thank goodness. So they'll be eating lots of it. There'll be a huge queue all day long.
And very last, we'll talk about this one here at the end. What flavour have we got? Oreo.
Which is the Oreo biscuit, and which is very popular, especially with youngsters. But you'd be surprised, adults love it as well.
Brilliant. Well, listen,
and this is all handmade.
Nuala, you're going to maybe give me a little sample of something there. We might go for the chocolate. We might go for a little bit of chocolate.
Well, you'll have a little bit of chocolate.
I will.
Now.
This is such a treat. I love the Taste of Cavan.
Now, we make this with 55% rich cream, so...
That's okay. I'm not even watching my waist today. You couldn't in a place like this.
Oh, that's good. That's good. And it is also an egg-free ice cream. There are no eggs in this ice cream. We don't belong to a franchise company. This is totally our own recipe. We choose our own suppliers, no eggs, and sure, it's simply fantastic. I love doing it.
I can't wait. Thanks so much to Stuart. Cheerio.
Great day here. Thank you. Bye-bye. Isn't it just delicious?
Where have you travelled from today?
From Donegal, like Clonmel, yeah.
You're a chocolatier. When did this all start?
Well, I'm a qualified chef, so this officially started only a year ago, but it started really when I was about 5 at my grandmother's kitchen. She used to make chocolates as well.
So this is a trade. This is something that you didn't just pick up off the ground.
No. Carrying on family tradition.
Look at, working with chocolate, I'm just looking at what you have here. This one here especially caught my eye. It's got seeds and things on the top of it. Talk to me about that pumpkin, is it?
That's a sunflower truffle. It's sunflower seeds and pumpkin seeds, and mixed nuts is coated, and it's the chocolate ganache inside.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
What about these other two here? We've got a lovely dark one with white sprinkles on top, and then a white one with the poppy seeds.
Yeah, that's lemon and sesame seeds, and vanilla and poppy selection there. Full,
This is rich looking over here. What have we got there?
This is all the fruity ones. We've got
Passion fruit. This
fruit
is for the lovers in the house.
Yeah.
I mean, they do say the chocolate's an aphrodisiac, don't they? We'll have to try a little one. How's it working for you?
I think I need it.
Listen, Sarah, what does it mean to be here in Cavan today?
Oh, it's great. It's very exciting. It's great to see such a turnout. Yeah.
Do you do many of these kind of fairs?
I do a few every year, yeah.
Have you been to Cavan, to the Taste of Cavan before? Is it
No,
the first time?
It's my first year, yeah. Very impressed with it.
It's a great setup, isn't it? Very busy. Listen, we won't keep you for too long because I know you have lots of people wanting to get chatting to you about your produce, so best of luck.
Thanks very much.
Stuart, the Taste of Cavan has been here at the Cavan Equestrian Centre. What did it mean to you?
What did it mean to us? It was a fantastic event to be able to have the opportunity to host here. It had been growing so much in the last couple of years since it began that I had been watching it with interest and had spoken to the council and had hoped that we could attract him to come here to host it. And I think there was some reservation at the beginning, but after this year it ran so well and the crowds are so big and it's growing again, so it was inevitable that they needed a bigger venue, and thank God we have it here at Cavan Equestrian Centre, and it worked really well.
Stuart, it was really brilliant to come in here and see your arena just jam-packed full of food stalls, of crafts. You must have been delighted. It must have been a real buzz for you guys.
Yeah, it looked fantastic. Listen, it was a real buzz. There was a lot of work, a lot of preparation beforehand, huge amount of electrical work and all sorts of setting up that people don't realise when they just walk in. They think that's it, set up. It must be this way every day. A huge amount of work went in by the council for a year from last year's event, setting up for it. They had a lot of extra stands this year and a waiting list to get in. You know, so it's become a very big national event, not just a sort of within the county of Cavan, a huge national event. And for us here in this centre, we are an equestrian centre, but we are an event centre as well. We run some concerts and different type of exhibitions, so it's great to host an event like this, and maybe opens other doors for us perhaps in the future.
I mean, Stuart, even to go into the middle arena there as well, there was medieval displays going on, so there was a little, of course that had an equestrian feel to it. That was a lovely touch as well to the Taste of Cavan.
Yeah, listen, there was the medieval village in there in the centre arena, and yes, there was an equestrian section with the knights and the horses jousting and one thing and another, and it looked really well, and it was very entertaining for the children because there was a huge amount, it was a family event, a huge amount of children came to the Taste of Cavan with their parents, and with the medieval village, and then with the sort of amusements in the third hall to keep them active then during the day. It broke the day up for the parents and it was good entertainment.
Stuart, did you get a chance to go around and sample any of the delights that were on offer? Did you have time to do any of that?
To be honest, I didn't get a chance to go around and sample too much because I got stuck both days actually in the car park, helping out the guys in the car park. We were so busy out there, and there was such a vast crowd just coming at us from early. In actual fact, the first day they were queuing up an hour before the doors even opened. So it was just, we were amazed with the crowd, and I think everybody was, the volume of people that came, and thank God we catered for them well.
Talk to us about numbers over the 2 days.
Well, the official figures are 38,500 people, which is a hell of a lot of people in 2 days, and it took a lot of sorting out and parking, as I said there before. But it was the weather was good, which was kind to us, and it was just lovely, and it was a really lovely family event.
Stuart, talk to us about Cavan Equestrian Centre. It's a fine complex, it's a large complex. You know, talk to us a little bit about its beginnings, but where we are today.
Yeah, well, the centre, my parents set it up in 1983, and since then it's mushroomed bit by bit. We had another big extension in 97, and then our latest sort of large extension was 2008, and we have a lot of indoor space now. We have 3 indoor halls where we can show jumping. Unfortunately, in Ireland we get lots of bad weather, so it's very important to be able to move in when the bad weather comes. We have a lot of all-weather arenas outside as well, and grass arenas outside. We have 500 stables, and we would be the busiest show jumping venue and equestrian centre, competition centre in Ireland.
Stuart, you're in the middle of sales at the minute. Tell us what's going on right now.
Yeah, well, the second part of our main business here is the auctions, the horse sales that we do. So this week we're on for 3 days, and today being the second day of that, we've had 150 horses and ponies yesterday, and the same again today. And we've had a very busy 2 days, and there's been a good lively trade. Sold quite a lot of animals domestically in Ireland and also in the UK and Scandinavia. A lot of Scandinavian people here this week.
There is an international feel to Cavan Equestrian Centre. It is located here in Cavan, but it really stretches much further than even the remit of Ireland.
Yeah, listen, Cavan Equestrian Centre is very well known within the country here for every equine enthusiast, and all of the show jumping, main show jumping events are held here, along with the national championships for other equestrian disciplines like the dressage, the Irish Pony Society, the Northern Ireland Showing Festival. So we run a lot of different equestrian type events here, and it's everybody knows it very well.
The sales are always a good buzz, and I suppose people are hoping to make the sale that the hammer will come down on the right price.
Yeah, listen, everybody's looking for the right price. It doesn't happen for everybody, but we have to fight and do our best to try and satisfy the sellers as best as possible. And of course, the vendors or the purchasers are looking for a good deal.
Stuart, as you said, your parents set this place up back in the 80s. I mean, you've been around horses all your life.
Yeah, listen, we moved here when I was 10 years old, and we had learned how to ride ponies at that stage, and it was never really my parents' intention for us to really go down this road. We only had a small arena and some stables. It was my father's hobby. He was in a totally different business, but bit by bit his interest became stronger for the horse industry, and we all,
along with him.
Yeah, we all became more interested in it, and it has become our life here.
I mean, Stuart, you have a beautiful canteen facility here. People can go up, relax, have a bite to eat, a little drink, and watch what's going on.
Yeah, like I say, well, in 2008 we've done a lot of new extensions. So we have the Boomerangs restaurant, named after the very famous horse Boomerang that Eddie Mackin rode, and we have the Snaffles bar. And of course, people like to go up for their dinner in the evenings and sit back and relax and talk about the activities that went on all day, and maybe for a few beers into Snaffles bar as well.
And even it's wonderful to see you have an equestrian shop here as well. So it's a one-stop shop for equine.
Yeah, my sister has an equestrian shop here, and of course when we have any event on here, it's very, very busy and tries to cater for all the bits and pieces that people need.
So it really is a family affair right here at Cavan Equestrian Centre.
That's right, very, very busy family affair.
The cookery demonstrations are still going on, and people are still sampling food